screaming. Just took my dentist thinking he was going in for one. But really, he was just taking off my dental. Don't think I can ever recover from it. Hey, message back when you can. I have a boyfriend. Congratulations. Which part of the power punch should I do? Matt, please answer me. What's wrong? Oh my god, you're okay. I logged into Facebook and a news clip. It said a 23-year-old male was shot to death in wherever. OMG, I got scared, cried, and smoked one after the other. I love you so much. Mum, I'm 21. Once walked into somewhere, asked for a moot ball fee. Said shit directly afterward, then walked out. I can never go back. Accidentally just replied to a boy I fancy off my hamsters on Instagram. Good night. So this lady came in this morning and walked up to the front desk to greet us before gasping loudly and saying, I forgot my dog. She forgot to bring her dog with her to the vet. I saw a girl carrying a hamster, so I asked if I could pet it, but it was actually a muffin. So I'm on my way to jump off. 3 years ago, a cute guy I worked with wanted to give me a fist bump. I thought he was pretending to hold an invisible microphone. So I said hello. All this talking made me realise something. I'm sick of being friends. Oh my god, I'm actually so glad you said that. I've liked you for the longest time. No, like I'm sick of being friends. Oh, sorry. It's okay. I would die. I was packing my shop in Aldi once. I was in a mad rush, picked something up and turned to look what it was, and I was holding the Aldi plugs. I didn't go in for months after that. I'd have to... I submitted a pic of me crying along with my homework. With skills. Once a cop asked if I'd be willing to take a breathalyzer. I said sure. He handed me my licence and I thought it was the breathalyzer. So I breathed on it. Oh, fuck. One time our teacher was showing us her wedding pictures and I was like, oh, is that your dad? In front of the whole class. It was her husband. I lied. One time as a waitress, a guy asked me for extra mashed potatoes. I replied, they are mashed as much as they can mash them. What the fuck? My dad told the little girl she looked so adorable with her cute umbrella. We didn't say anything until later, but that little girl was a fuck. I was delivering a pizza and I couldn't find the customer's house for ages. Kept calling him and accidentally left him a 5-minute voicemail of me crying. I went to ask my customers how their food tasted and had a complete brain fart, so I just looked at them and went, while rubbing my stomach. When I was a server, I went to ask the table if everything's okay. And how's everyone doing? And it came out as, how does everybody taste? Fuck off. Yesterday, a lady told me, thank you so much on the phone. And I replied, you are so much. I got pulled over and the cop said, is your licence clean? So I wiped it off of my pants. I went into a shop and when I left they said, have a nice day. And I replied, no thank you. I thought they were asking where is he? I gave a homeless person some money and they said, have a safe trip home. And I said, you too. I went to the vaccination centre for my second dose. The person at the counter asked, where do you get your first dose? I shot my... While at work, the girl working behind me was trying to say the pleasure was all mine to a customer. Oh, I pleasure myself. As a server, a woman told me, you are so beautiful. And I wanted to say, thank you, you are too. But it came out as, you're welcome. I just walked away. Asked the stylist doing my hair what she does for work. Once at a checkout, a customer asked me to bag the purchases separately. I bagged each item separately. When I worked as a cashier, I wanted to say have a great day, but I said, have grass. And the customer said, I went to the Cheesecake Factory and got a steak, so the server asked, how would you like that cooked? And with confidence, I said, off the grill. Customer asked for a bag. I went to say, no worries, not a problem. Brain stopped working and I just said, no. We have a beer called Extra Dry in Australia. A customer that drank it came in and asked me how I was, and I accidentally said, extra dry. I went to the gas station and the lady said, you're short 10 cents, and I said, you. A customer asked me to smell the fragrance on their arm that they were considering purchasing, and I accidentally kissed their arm. I have a blind person cross a busy street. He held onto my arm and I wasn't paying attention, and I walked him into a ball. Oh. A customer once asked me for hot mustard. And I asked my manager. I went to return a muzzle my dog wouldn't wear and confidently told the cashier, my dog won't let me wear this. When I was in court, I forgot what to call the judge and I accidentally called him Your Majesty. And he was like, what? And I repeated. In retail, talking to a customer, and I meant to say, I'll be right back. Or I won't be long. Instead, I said, I won't be back. Once had a customer say thank you, and I went to say, you're welcome, and the pleasure's mine. And said, you're mine. She looked at me. I went to say medium meal when reading out an order to a customer. All that came out was beep beep. I didn't even correct myself. My boyfriend works in a tyre shop and had to call an old lady to tell her it was time to come get her car. She answered and he said, hello, your time is near. When I was 7, I went to sign up to the library. The lady at the desk was filling out my form and asked the name of the father. And I said, and Son and Holy Spirit, why? A kid in high school said there's a strange man at the classroom door. He was the teacher's wife. I took my dog to the vet. Vet tech asked me to walk over and use the scale. I got the scale. She says, I meant use the scale for your dog, Mom. I had some furniture delivered and the guy said he needed to take a fall. So I stood in front of him and paused, but he meant of the boxes. Told the gas station guy to keep the change when I gave him the money. Tried walking out and he said I didn't even give him enough. I held the door open for a woman and she said thank you. I tried to say you're welcome and not a problem, but my mouth said you're a problem. Once I worked at an arcade and said, would you like a go in a Scottish accent? And I was too embarrassed to drop it, so I was Scottish. Once I was picking up the phone for a to-go order and I forgot what to say, so I just said hello. When I worked at McDonald's, I was on the drive-thru and I said thank you for choosing Burger King. I once told a customer, get out. Instead of I was at the graveyard looking for a grave. Must have looked lost because the groundskeeper asked if I was okay, and I said, just looking, thanks. A stranger knocked on the bathroom stall I was in. I panicked because I forgot what to say and ended up shouting, come back. One time I meant to ask a customer if they were looking for anything or if they needed me. I said, look at me. And I'm sick and I have very blocked ears. The doc asked which ear was it? In confidence. He said 2021. Oh my God. I went to tell my husband, you're priceless. You're worthwhile. And I said, I'm a vet tech and went to talk to a client, and instead of saying, hi, how are you, I said, hey, good girl. Was out in public, went to say, there's a hole in my sock, but I muddled my words and said, there's a sock in my I was working at an ice cream shop in high school. Instead of saying to this middle-aged man, what can I get you, I said, can I get with you? While working at a restaurant, I was holding a fork and the customer asked me a question, but I was too busy staring at the fork. I replied, fork. First phone call I took at a pizza place. Person asked, what pizza I like? I said, pepperoni. Talking to his girlfriend. I wanted to have a good day, and the man said, you too. I went to say you too again, but I caught myself and accidentally said, yeet.